G'day guys, Disney Dave coming at you once again from Italy. We are still in the hometown of Ferentino. We're actually a little bit outside of Ferentino in the town of Frosinone, and we've come across this supermarket, a sort of convenience store thing. I suppose you could compare this to, say, something like a Walmart. For those living in America and those in England, I understand you've got these huge convenience stores, which is basically a big supermarket combined with just everything. At home, we have different stores for everything. So our grocery stores are one thing, and then our convenience stores are another thing. Here, this is just everything in one big store. You sort of wonder how the people in these little towns can actually get their hands on lots of stuff. These stores, this store is just in the middle of nowhere. And of course, they have a Disney DVD section. This is in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of this little Italian town, in the middle of, literally the middle of nowhere, there is a huge Disney DVD section. Let's go take a look. There's some really interesting stuff here that I wanted to vlog. Now this is one thing that I thought was really cool. I don't know if these are new or whether they're old or whatever, but this is this series of Italian slip-covered versions of the Disney princess movies on DVD. Basically they use the UK covers, but then put these really strange slipcover on them. If I can put this one down here and slip this off, that's the slipcover. So it's nothing, it's just a clear plastic case with a Disney princess branding on it and a pink border, and they're all the same. They all use the exact same thing, and then just slip them over these, which underneath are the UK covers for these discs, just with Italian writing. Biancaneve. And then, yeah. So I thought those were actually pretty cool. They're €9, so they're like $20 Australian for a DVD. That's very, very expensive. I considered maybe, if they were really cheap, I would consider maybe picking up just one as just sort of like a weird little memento thing, but at that price for a DVD, no go. I've never seen this packaging for Aladdin before. I don't know if this is an Italian exclusive thing or what. I'm used to seeing the one that actually has Aladdin on it. This one has Jasmine on it. I'm guessing this is an Italian exclusive thing for this princess line, which I've never seen before. So that's pretty cool. The artwork on that doesn't look as nice as the artwork on some of the others. These other ones have got those really nice artwork with really nice shading and detailing and shadowing and stuff. This is just like a clip art thing, so I think that's been sort of put together in a rush just for this market. I thought it was really cool though. But it's interesting to see that they do use all of the same sort of packaging as the UK ones, which does make sense. But then you get the occasional movie which has a different title, like Oceania. There's not a lot of Blu-rays here. We've got Oceania on Blu-ray, €19, which is about $40 Australian just for a standard Blu-ray. There's a few Blu-rays here, but really most of it is DVD. There's another Blu-ray there. And of course, Doctor Strange, 2D, 3D, so expensive. Also very, very surprised to see that these all have slipcovers on them. We don't even get slipcovers in Australia, and here in Italy, you wouldn't imagine there'd be a huge demand for this kind of thing, especially in a little town like this. These are all really, really nicely packed slipcovers. Really beautiful stuff. It's also really nice to see that Italy, just as the UK does, Australia never did this, but they include the Caballeros movies and all the package movies as part of this classic line. We released this classic line in Australia without slipcovers, of course, but they completely omitted all the package movies. What is also very interesting about this is that when they released these in the UK, when they released the package movies in the UK, well, when they released this entire classic line in the UK, the slipcovered versions sold out really, really quickly. And the ones that sold out the quickest were, of course, the package movie ones, and this was a good few years ago now, and it's interesting to see these still kicking around here in Italy. These are movies that haven't even been released on Blu-ray. I've never seen these on the shelves in Australia. They didn't release them as part of this classic line. They completely skipped over them as if they never existed. That's something that really annoys me. It's something I'll talk about another time though. But here in Italy, they included them in the classic line, and you can still readily get these in slipcovers. I'd be so tempted to pick them up. I don't even own the movies, but the one thing that does annoy me is that that's in Italian. I'd like my entire collection to be English. Eventually I will try and pick these up on DVD because I don't think they will ever be released on Blu-ray at this point. Please, Disney, prove me wrong, make me very happy, and release these movies on Blu-ray because I'm just so tempted to buy these. Then you've got all the Rogue One stuff. Rogue One is on Blu-ray as well. 3D, which is very interesting to see. Again, we're using the same packages from the UK releases, just with Italian writing. They also have the 2D here as well. Sadly, I won't be buying anything from over there because it's all just too expensive. As I said, it would have been really nice to sort of get something, just a little memento. But in this day and age, you can buy all this stuff online anyway, and that is just so expensive, I'm not going to pick it up. They also have heaps of books here, and I've got a lot of these Disney comic books, which are all in Italian, which again is another cool little thing that I'd love to add to the collection, but at €10 each. Actually, that's not too bad, but it's very heavy and it's not really something that I want to carry home in my luggage when I'm pretty much almost over the limit as it is. Italian Mickey Mouse comics, that is just one of the most bizarre things I have ever seen. But look, they have so much Disney stuff here. It really does surprise me how big of a demand Disney stuff is, especially on the side of the world which absolutely shunned Euro Disneyland when it first opened, simply because it was so Americanized, and people over this side of the world didn't want a bit of it. It's everywhere. It is absolutely everywhere. There's even a massive toy section here. This place is crazy. It's all purpose, like every single store in one. I suppose that's all they really need here. They just need one big shop that has absolutely everything. Alicia's even here. There's a huge Star Wars, well, it's not huge, but there's a fairly decently sized, hello, just trying to get in the vlog now. There's a fairly decent sized Star Wars collection here. They have a bunch of Star Wars Force Awakens figures. This really surprised me. This is one that I was looking for everywhere in Australia, everywhere. He sold out really quickly as soon as he went on the shelves. It became fairly easy to find later on, but then he sold out again. He's just here, just sitting there. There's only one that I was missing from the Force Awakens range, which was the Finn in Stormtrooper uniform. I was hoping I would find it here, but they don't have it. They have just a bunch of just the random ones, the shelf warmers basically. Even at €15, which is like $30 Australian, that's very, very expensive. You'd pay $15 for them back home. So expensive. But if they had Finn in the Stormtrooper uniform, I would definitely get them. These things are very interesting too. I've never seen these before. These little, they look like they're almost little Black Series things, but sort of not. This little bird there. Yeah. I'm not too sure what these are. I've never seen them on the shelves in Australia. I don't know if they're a European thing. They might even be from America. Yeah, they're very strange. They're very cool, but even at €12, $24, that is so expensive. This place, you can't buy anything here. It's ridiculously expensive. Even if I wanted to buy something as like a little memento, I just couldn't. I just couldn't because it's just too expensive. I can't justify anything. But yeah, I'm whoops. It bugs me out, and especially once again seeing all of this stuff in the middle of nowhere in Italy, it boggles my mind. It just goes to show the power of franchising and just how big this stuff is worldwide. There you go, it's the power of Disney. As I always say, I'm incredibly surprised by the amount of people that I have subscribing to the channels from countries all around the world who are interested in this stuff. And again, massive props to Mr. Walt Disney for creating this incredible legacy that is the same everywhere around the world. This is very cool. This has put a big smile on my face on a day where I was just not in the mood because it's like 35 degrees out there. Had another hard drive die on me today. Luckily I had everything backed up, but there you go. It's the power of franchising and the power of the Disney brand and Star Wars. Okay, that is it for me from this incredibly random shop in the middle of nowhere, and that is the end of today's vlog. If you're a first time viewer of my channel and you've actually liked what you've seen, you'd like to keep up to date with all my Euro adventures. I'm on a big European holiday at the moment, and if you'd like to keep up to date with all that stuff and just check out my videos in general, please, after the jump, hit subscribe. To all my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me. To absolutely everybody out there, I hope I'll see you again soon. Until next time though guys, take care, and I hope you have a magical day. I've somehow found myself in the detergent section here. Let's go home. Opposite the supermarket, I've found this random little game shop. You won't believe what's just sitting in there on the racks. I'm shell-shocked. Have a look at this. Only in Italy, in a little town in the middle of nowhere, would you find the entire first wave of these figures, including the most rare figures of them all, Han and R2. Unbelievable.